And then there's a flag. Hi guys, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. What's going on, Lila Newton? Long time no see. Sorry, Mama V's live. Mike Birch, hello. Paul Honeyman. David Glunt says hello, everyone. What is going on? What is going on? James Hall, howdy, howdy. Clayton Collins says hello. Hi guys, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Man, look at my mitten. I'll show you my mitten. It's come down a little bit, but it's so swollen. My whole hand from that grabbing. 10 out of 10 do not recommend grabbing a wasp nest with your hand. So, like, it's very puffy. Yesterday it was so bad. Last night I had to put ice on it and I had to take oral Benadryl because the topical stuff wasn't touching it. So I have a mitten on this side. It's just a mitten. It's just so when it has waves in it. Well, see, here's the deal. If you see my hair curly or wavy, it means my hair is dirty because it means I didn't want to wash it for whatever reason. I threw some dry shampoo in it and I curled it real quick and I did something to it. That's what it means when you see my hair is curly. It means I didn't wash it. So, and I was going on about 3 days of sweating and not washing it, and so I washed it today. So I blow dried it. So, because my hair is like a weird wavy, naturally. So I have to like keep it in order. But after we finish our live tonight, we are headed out to Tupelo, which I'm not excited about. Mike likes to ask me questions like, he's like, how do you feel about going to Tupelo after the live? And I was like, I don't, but I have a feeling we're going. So the electric project that he's working on, he's stressing it a little bit, obviously, because time is running out, right? He really, you know, he's really wanting to get it done in time for Sip of Freedom weekend. And so he's got 2 walls built in there. It's like a little cubicle basically, right? And the electric panel is going to go in here, and then the meter box has to be a certain way on the outside with the pole that connects the two, and he had to go get this special pole cut and made and all this stuff, and it has to pass an inspection from the electric company. And so he had our neighbor over earlier who is, among many things, he's very talented in a lot of areas and very knowledgeable on a lot of stuff. And he's the one that built the row builder for Kenny. And he makes all kinds of stuff, and he can do welding, and he can do electric, and I think about the only thing he doesn't really do is plumbing, but everything else he's like, he can do it, he can build it, he can, whatever. Anyway, so he had him come, give him a few ideas about a couple issues that he ran into about getting things where they need to be, and then up onto by the top of the shop, because the top of the shop's like 20 feet, and the thing has to come out. Anyway, it's a whole thing. So, yeah. We got to go get some pieces, I guess, that they don't have here locally, so that he can get that finished, so that he can call them to come and do the hookup and the inspection, which I guess are 2 separate things. They have to do the inspection first, and then they have to come out and do the hookup. It's a whole thing. So let's trade paint. What's going on? I scared the mess out of Frankie when I screamed. Probably. I probably did. It was not my most manly scream at all. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch Tuesday's video, I didn't catch it on camera. I was just off camera when it happened, but I do go running and screaming by the camera. So yeah, because they were just on me, like, whoosh. So it wasn't. I don't recommend grabbing wasp nests. It's not a good plan. So Rally salve, never even heard of it. Little Pecker Homestead, never even heard of it. There's so much stuff. Yeah, I thought I grabbed a live wire and not a wasp's nest. Yeah, it's not pleasant. But grabbing a live wire probably would have hurt less. and not have days of my whole, I mean, my inside, my hand, like the whole thing is itchy and annoying. And yeah, and topically, nothing's helping. I've tried a few different things, and ice helped. I could have grabbed an ice pack before I sat down here because now I'm sitting here, I'm like aware of it more. But you know, it is what it is. I'll live. I was listening to you so intently, I forgot about the chat. Don't worry, Lila. You're all good. You're all good. I guess I shouldn't be screaming manly, but I felt like I screamed in a particularly wussy manner that I was not proud of. It was a very high-pitched scream. Which, like, I'm like, I don't scream like that generally, but that made me scream like that. That was it hurt. Hi, Sid and everyone from Glendora, California. Oh, Sid, I just got into the live first thing. Saw your hand. Take care of those wasp bites. They really hurt. They do. It's sore and itchy because I guess they got me like all over here. And so the swelling is kind of swell. But I had a nest in your mailbox. You reached in to get the mail and they lit me up. Oh, yeah, that would not be good. That would not be good. I don't enjoy, I don't like bug bites and stings and things like that in general. I don't think anybody does. And I tend to react to them. My body tends to react to them very badly. Like if I get certain mosquito bites, I will just, the whole area will swell up and turn red and be hot to the touch. And like, it'll hurt to walk. Generally the ones I get on my legs are like that. And so I have to be kind of careful because if I get a few of them and they get like that, I'm like, I can't hardly walk because my whole leg will swell up and it's bad. So I have to be careful. But, you know, for me, the wasps are just like, I got a few of them last year, just from walking out onto the front porch. I must have walked by a nest or something that I didn't see. And they got me like a couple, like, I think it was like a week apart. They got me and lit me up. And I was like, man, Rally Salve is a very good old product proven to work for lots of stings, or lots of stuff. Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to put on it and stuff to get rid of the wasps. And yeah, I think painting the ceiling blue is great. None of them have made nests on the ceiling, but now they're hiding their nests, and that's the problem. Is I'm having to find them, and they're going under the furniture, and they're going like, you know, in some weird spots that, you know, like in the head of my planter on the flamingo. I'm like, really? Like, why? Why do you do that to me? So I got into a fire ant bed. Talk about screaming like a girl. Oh yeah, that's not fun. Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah. I think like at least like when because I've stepped in fire ant hills before. In fact, I did it one time real bad where I swear they waited until they were like all over my foot and partway up my leg before they started biting. And they all like bit in unison. And I was like, just lit me up. And it was at the old house, and we had this like turkey pen, and they had made the turkeys had like a nesting box, and it was at the base of the nesting box, and I stepped right in it when I was collecting eggs, and I was like, ah, ah. But you know, I was pulling weeds in the garden today, and something bit me. It hurt so bad, but only for 5 seconds. Don't know what it was. It was probably one of those ants. It's probably one of those ants, because either that or like a horsefly. Because those will hurt, but then it's like it's over with. Sometimes like certain ants, there's a couple different ants out here, and some of them will only light me up for like an hour, maybe two. Some I'll get like a real like intense reaction to for a few days, and then some I'm ready to amputate after. So make a paste with baking soda and vinegar and put it on where you were stung. Basically like my whole it's like my whole hand. It's not conducive to like I mean, the whole thing is itchy all the way up my wrist. It's just, ugh, I don't like it. Fire ants do that. They wait and bite all at once. Yeah, that's just a jerk move, in my opinion. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. I don't know. Now you have to paint the whole porch blue. I know everything blue on the porch from now on. The furniture, the everything blue, I guess. That's the only answer. I don't even like blue that much, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the stinging variety. But good news is I'm fairly certain now that I have moved all the furniture and checked underneath everything that I have eliminated all the wasps' nests that were on the porch. Because I think what happened was is we moved a bunch of stuff because we pulled the hose out and then we had to change the hose. So we left everything kind of pulled apart and it sat like that. And we hadn't hung out on the porch at all, except for me with my coffee. And I've been sitting in the rocking chair, right? Which, it moves. So they haven't made a nest on that. So I've just been sitting in this one chair for like probably 2 or 3 weeks now because we've had it kind of ripped apart and we were moving stuff and whatever. And with the gravel and all of that. And I was like, well, I'm just going to wait until we can move the swing because there's no point in rearranging everything until that gets taken care of. Well, then I, decided I was going to go ahead and get started on it. And I think they had just enough time during the right time of year to like nothing was moving. There was nobody out there and they just made 5,000 nests. So, and I found one under the love seat that was like this big. And I was like, ew, but I killed it. And then I squished it just to be on the safe side. So, Dano P. Cola, what's going on? NPD husband? Not present. I don't know what NPD is. I have no idea. All the ants are bad. I'm not a fan of any of them. Ugh. These ants leave like a white pimple on your skin. I don't know. Vicks Vapor Rub works great on bites. Okay. Blue flamingos. I know, right? I'm telling you. Carol says, hello from Placerville, California. Love your family. You're very informative, and I wish I could be like you and the family, but at 86, it's not happening. Keep up the great work. I enjoy your videos. Oh, thank you, Carol. Appreciate that. Wasp traps. I heard somebody commented about that. Maybe it was you that commented about it. I just read that, I feel like in the last day, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they had those. So I might have to, maybe they'll have some at Home Depot when we go tonight to get all the stuff he needs. I'm not excited about going to Home Depot tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Normally I'm like, okay, I'm down for a trip to go to Tupelo, haven't been in a while, whatever, but we're going at night. It's gonna be late. Like all I want to do is take Benadryl and go to bed. That's what I thought was gonna happen as soon as this live was over, but nope. Another time. Another time. 15 fire ant stings on my right ankle and 18 more on my left last Tuesday. They still haven't healed up. Ugh. No bueno. Coffee time makes you an object for an NPD husband. I have no idea what that is. Narcissistic personality disorder? Because I like to have coffee on my porch with my cat? Makes my husband mad? That math ain't mathin'. I don't know about that. Okay. Okay. Just make that disappear. That was weird. Juan Henry, are you almost ready for Freedom Weekend? Said almost and also not at all, but also yes. Does that help? No. So I was actually talking to my girlfriend this morning on the phone, and her husband is doing the boil because he's got the big pot. So he's bringing that over so we can use that. And he's bringing some of the range stuff over. Anyway, she's going to be helping me with getting some of the decorations that I got put up or whatever, and prep some of the food. But like a lot of that stuff is going to happen like Wednesday, Thursday. So I kind of feel like right now it's like it's too early to do some things. Like I can't go buy all the food yet because it's too soon. And I can't prep any of the stuff yet because it's too soon. So it's like it's going to be like 2 days of like madness trying to get everything taken care of. Not all the stuff is done on the property. Still trying to finish the electrical issue, hopefully before Freedom Weekend. We'll see. We're working on it. And Frankie was moving some dirt for the garden today, trying to get some things finished up there. He's going to need to mow probably 2 more times between now and then because he just mowed and it already looks like it hasn't been mowed in forever because it's that time of year in Mississippi where you got to mow your yard every 3 days. And then still have some gravel to smooth out over here a bit. And just a few like weird odds and ends that just need done. So nothing crazy as far as that goes, but just just stuff that I'm like, oh, I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. And I'm like just kind of making a list of things and kind of keeping track of it. So they make those traps decorative so you can make them out of a 2-liter bottle too. Oh, okay. All right, good to know. Catch all those wasps. Dana says, Tim and I are lurking. Well, you can lurk as much as you like. No worries. That's right. Let's see. That's right. That's right. Oh, we did. We did. Let's see. Lana Henry says you'll have a great time. It'll all work out. I hope so. I hope so. There's just like just a lot of things to keep organized and keep track of, and Mike kind of wanted to take over the email list, so that stresses me out because I'm very like on top of stuff, and so Mike has not had a chance yet to update that list and get it out. Because there's some people that said, oh, we can't make it, or some people that said, yes, we are coming, and we're going to bring this, and this. And so he has to like do some updating on that. And I don't have that thing that he has on his computer email thing. So I'm waiting. Hopefully he was going to do it today, but I don't think it happened. So hopefully tomorrow, because I need to put in the order for the shrimp. So I was hoping he was going to get that email out today, so that would help me get the numbers finalized for everything. So I'm gonna have to maybe wing it, just spit. And I don't like winging it. I don't like waiting till the last minute. I don't like winging it. I'm not that person. I'm the let's make a list, let's get it organized, let's get it taken care of. If there's something chaotic that occurs, I can roll with it, but the things that I can control or that I can plan for, I like to. And Mike is more of like, it'll happen, it's fine. I'm project manager, I manage chaos. And I'm like, yes, but everything at the moment is chaos. But he thrives in that. And the last minute like come throughs, that's his jam. So I'm like, not me. Do not enjoy. Checking in from Toronto where it's 42 degrees Celsius. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oh yeah, we're gonna be worn out. We will be worn out. I don't think we'll be worn out by Freedom Weekend. I think we'll be worn out after Freedom Weekend. I've already blocked myself off like that Monday. I'm just like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, I'm going to sleep because I know I'm not going to get a lot of sleep for those few days. And so, and everything's, the routines of everything is going to be all off. And I mean, I'm going to try to adhere to all the animal schedules as best I can and everything, but sometimes it's hard. And when there's stuff like that going on. So I'm like, I'm just going to take that day off and spend some time with the animals and, do some things that maybe I normally would do daily that I maybe only did like every other day for the last few days because whatever, So try to get some things kind of caught up or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. Don't worry, you know, whatever is needed, we will go get it. I know you will, Auntie Ann. I know you will. Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm doing a big Kroger run on Wednesday to get any of the things that I need, like the fresh stuff that I need specifically. Um, Things like the potatoes and the corn and whatever, and I can't think of everything that's on the list right now, but there's like, lettuce and stuff like that I need and whatever. So all that stuff, I'll have a list obviously by then and get the majority of those things. Um, all the stuff that I need to prep, the things that I need to make, like the breakfast casserole and all of that. So, try to get all that stuff kind of done and squared away. So, and I like doing that stuff, making my list and like going through it and doing it, and then like doing the next step on the list and like feeling like it's all done. Because I learned that like when we had our old house and we would have pool parties all the time, there were times where we had 50 people over, and I did not want to be stuck in the kitchen the whole time we had friends over. So I always made sure I had stuff like prepped ahead of time that could just be popped in the oven or was in the crock pot or ready to go. And so that's kind of my philosophy on this one, is most stuff will be as prepped as I can ahead of time so that it just has to be. There is a Walmart in town. It is not a grocery Walmart. It's like I need bug spray and a bag of ice Walmart and a t-shirt. It's that kind of Walmart. It does have some grocery stuff, but it's not like no fresh stuff at that grocery store. But they do have like, sodas and waters and, cereal and, stuff like that, cans of beans and, chips and stuff. We actually have two grocery stores. There's one kind of kitty corner from the Walmart. And then there's one, and that one's like, it's okay for some things, but I don't usually go there because they don't really have a good like produce section. Their produce section is like this big. Like, I'm not kidding. It's this big. But Grocer's Pride, which is a little further into town, so instead of being like 13 minutes away, it's like 16 minutes away. They have great stuff there. So they have everything, everything you need. So, and it's not, unlike when we go to Arkansas, it's not a dry county. So we have, liquor stores, and the grocery stores sell beer and wine, which you'd be hard pressed to find any wine, really. They have like Stella Rosa and like Arbor Mist, and that's usually it. But they have all different kinds of beer, like redneck beers, but they have all the flavors of redneck beer that one could possibly hope for. So, plenty of cooks coming, they can spell you. That's true. That's true. I just don't want anybody to be like stuck to the grill or stuck to, so there's a couple times where we're grilling, there's a couple times where we're doing stuff like that, but certain things that I can prep, like the breakfast casserole, I can have that prepped ahead of time, and then I can just throw it in the oven in the morning. When I'm doing the meatloaf, I can have that all made and just throw it in the oven, like, you know what I mean? So I don't have to like be like, oh, I gotta go cook now, So I'm just saying. Don't worry, Auntie Ann, they do have your peach jacks there. And there's also another liquor store in town that carries them too, just in case they like run low. Oh yeah, make sure I have extra Bud Light for Tim. That's true. That's exactly true. Some of us like being on the grill. That's true. Well, I'm sure. That's true. It's going to be hot and it's going to be humid. And so, hey Chance, what's going on? It's going to be hot and humid. So, I just want people to be able to enjoy and eat and hang out and not have to like, I know you got to have your Jack, your Southern Daniels peach. That's not what I meant, but you know what I meant. So it's okay. Sounds like I've already been drinking them, but I haven't. I did get, okay. So I had found these Natty Lights that were strawberry lemonade, and they were like special edition from like last summer, and my grocery store never sold them, and they had sat there, and I was like, they're probably awful, but they have flamingos on them. So I bought a case, and they were surprisingly good. So I then proceeded to over the course of a few months buy the next two cases that were still sitting there. And but now those are gone. But now they had Bush beer peach, and it's actually pretty good. So I had one of those the other night, and I was like, not terrible, which is exactly what you want someone to say when they drink your product. It's not terrible, right? That's such a winning endorsement. Um, oh, I'm telling you, typical Mississippi summer barbecue. That's right. I am praying that it's not going to be too humid and too crazy hot. But is Mike going to do any smoking for the meetup? I think the Dana Mason is bringing some pork butts, and I don't know exactly how he's doing them, but I know he's gonna slow cook them, so he'll probably do them in the Dynaglow, which is like the vertical smoker, and that's usually where we do those types of things. So he probably will on those, um, but I can't speak for him because I don't know exactly what is going on in his little brain. And he's so honestly, I haven't even talked to him about it that much in the last couple days because he's been so stressed on the electrical project. So, like, I tried to ask him yesterday about how many pounds of shrimp he wanted me to order, and that almost made his head explode. So I was like, we can talk about it later. I just got to get the order in by Thursday, so you can think about it. Like, so we'll see. I think he probably will be smoking those. So Moose Drool Down, made in Montana Brewery. Oh my, never heard of that. That sounds like one of those dark stout IPA type situations, which I don't usually. I'm like, give me the weakest piss water beer. Like I'm a Michelob Ultra girl. I'm a flavored beer, like, like, yeah, I'm not a big. I don't like those. My dad used to like beers that you could like put a fork in them and they would stand up, like those really dark, thick stouts that just like had the lava flow, like like it was beyond Guinness. It was like he used to get these things that came in this jug that he found. I don't know. He was always drinking weird stuff. Oh, Tim from Ridge Life is here. Whoop whoop. They were just talking about making sure we had enough Bud Light on hand for you. Oh, too funny. He's I thought he was gonna join me for the live. I often get fooled. I thought he was gonna join me for the live tonight, but he's stressed. Um, I think he just ran back outside. He's really, really, really trying to finish the electric project. In fact, as soon as this live is over, we're driving into Tupelo to go get a few more things that he discovered that he needs for it that they don't have in town. Um, so yeah, he's trying real hard to get it done. We'll see. I'm stressed because my part of my goal was to have the underside of the shop and the shop open because it's a nice like breezeway there. Um, but with this project happening like currently, I don't know if that will get put back together. Um, but Mike likes to wait until the 11th hour to get stuff done, which drives me insane. So I don't know if that's gonna get like put back together to the point where I'm like, yeah, we can open up the doors and like, you know, we'll see. He says it will. We'll see. And he also says that the rafters will be on that and all his stuff that's in the garage will go up on those and the garage can be opened. We'll see. We'll see. But he did get a really good PA system. So there'll be loud music. That's all I know. Tim to sit in the hot tub and listen to the lives. Huh? Oh, I guess. Oh, you're sitting in that fancy little hot tub you got. I saw that on your video the other day. That fancy little hot tub. He's working on it. I honestly, here's my worry, Tim. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is good at pulling his things out of his butt at the last minute, like 100%. That is like what he's known for. Okay. Like it'll be the 11th hour. It'll be like literally people pulling up to the property and it'll be like, it's working. That's what he does. Okay. Um, However, this does not solely depend on him. This depends on then the secondary issue of the power company coming out to like turn it on and make it work. And they don't have to come out just once, but they have to come out twice because they have to inspect it first and then they send the guy out to make it go live. So, depending on our little small town, if they feel like being nice to us or not, will depend on how quickly that will happen. So, we're working on it. And like I said, we'll see. I'm hoping. He's stressing it. I can tell. He's stressed. He's like walking. He built a wall. He like took a lunch break today and like built a wall. Like he's trying. So, because last 2 nights he got home late because he had meetings at church and stuff, and he's like, man, And now tonight we got to go to Tupelo to get this other piece that he now found out that he needs to make it work the way he needs it to. So it's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Making it home. Hello. We are really looking forward to seeing all the content from Freedom Weekend. Just please don't blow anything up unintentionally. We're going to try not to. We make no promises. There will be fireworks. There will be, and that's the other thing is Saturday they have to go get the fireworks, and the fireworks place is like, I don't know, an hour and something away. I don't know. I think it's like an hour and a half or 2 hours away. I don't even know. But they're going to go get everything, so I don't know. How did you get moved up in the line? Well, Tim was one of the, are you talking about for the power? Tim was one of the, Tim and Christy were the first, when Mike brought up the idea, they were both like, we get dibs. And we were like, okay. But then I haven't heard back from, I said Christy, didn't I? That's my other friend, Christy, from Paragon. And I haven't heard from her. I need to throw her, she was kind of on the fence. She's like, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it. So I need to reach out to her and be like, hey, are you gonna come or aren't you? But there's 2 plugins. There's 2, so it can, if he gets it done, there's 2. So if that's why I told you, Auntie Anne, if he gets it done and Chrissy doesn't come, then you're next in line for that plug, 100%. So he's got 7 working days. I know. I'm telling you, he is the king of. Yeah, Tim was first, and then it was Chrissy. But I think Chrissy may not be coming now because she had told me a couple things, and I don't know if she's gonna be coming. So we'll see. But I'll hit her up this week. So yeah, I think he's doing. I don't remember what he's putting in. If he's doing, I think he's doing 50s. I think in there. But so either way will work. But yeah, maybe he's doing 30s. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Brenda says, I can't wait for Freedom Weekend. It's coming up really fast. Love your content and your videos. So thank you. Yeah, it's a lot. If not, we do have like between all of us, we have like 4,700 different kinds of battery generators, real generators, whatever. I'm sure we could power a small country with the amount of like blue Yetis and anchors and what's the other one? Voltron or something. I don't know. All of them. I mean, we could, I got a Jackery coming. I got another anchor coming. I got all kinds. So, we'll see. 6 actually, because I'll be there Friday. I need some air for the gin. We will do our best, dude. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. If not, we'll plug you into a regular generator. Will that work? I don't know. I don't know how RVs work, to be honest. I mean, I know people do run them off generators, right? So like even if you don't have a plug-in, you can still plug it into a generator, in theory. Got lots of generators of varying degrees. So he cannot that weekend. Yeah, he can't that weekend. I actually talked to Scott a couple weeks ago, and I forget why, but he's already going to be somewhere. So is all the family coming to Freedom Weekend? let's see. Um, for the most part, yes. I think like there's a few people that I'm trying to think, like MT Homestead can't make it. Um, uh, who else said they couldn't make it? It's All Grady couldn't make it. Um, I can't remember. There's somebody else. I don't know. So I don't know. I may bring my generator just in case. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. But I'll let you know. Like I'll text you. Like when he gets it up and running, I'll be like, okay. It's if he gets it up and running. I'll be like, okay. I mean, it could be that like Friday morning. Trust me, I know my husband. It'll be like Friday morning when they come and hook it up or something. It'll be close, whatever it is. It's gonna if he manages to pull it off, it's gonna be like by the skin of his teeth. He's gonna go trout fishing and get this ball. Hey, I don't care if he gets him out of the house for a weekend. He can go. That's fine with me. Frankie and I'll have a girls' weekend. Yeah, Junk to Gems can't make it. Yeah. Yeah, I had talked to him about it at Freedom Weekend at the meetup, but then I guess they can't make it. So, yeah, we've got one gas powered generator, and we have one, two, three, four, five, like 6 generators and power banks that are like electric. So, you know, there's plenty of power to go around. So, gotta go with your time. Y'all have fun. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's especially those of you that are like, that's different. Oh, cool. Okay, so right now in my front yard, our neighbor is bringing his tractor over with the cherry picker attachment so they can go work on the electrical. Like, I should, here, I'm going to spin it around so you guys can see. Let's see. It'll focus. Can you guys see that? He's got the cherry picker attachment on the front of the, that Kubota with a little man lift on it. And so he can lift that up and then they can get up to the ceiling. Oh, it's Ross driving the tractor. He's got it. Got it on there. So, oh, there we go. There you go. And of course, Mike won't film any of that because he doesn't. Rosie and Rachel can't make it. Okay. I hadn't gotten an email from them. So, yeah. So there's a few people that aren't going to be able to make it, which is a bummer. I know it's a little bit farther than some people are used to going. So I get it. Like, but I'm not making them drive to like all the way to California. So, you know, I know, right? Takes a big power bank to run an RV air conditioner. I guess it would. What if we plugged like 400 of them in? No, you can't do that. I know some of them stack. I don't understand how most of them work. I'll be real honest with you. I know I can plug my phone into it and charge it. I know I can plug tools in it and use them, but I don't know. I have no idea. Out and about with Dave and Daisy, what's going on? But he's literally, I mean, he's working at the 11th hour here trying to get this done so that Tim doesn't get sweaty. So we brought a new generator we'll be bringing just in case. I know. Well, I'll message Chrissy and see if they are coming or not, because if he finishes the electrical in time and if they're not coming, then you have next right of refusal on the plug-in in there. 100% Auntie Anne. That's right. Next year, Freedom Weekend will be on the Ridge. Yeah. I'll have to get with you and see what the nearest town is so I can start scoping out the Airbnbs and stuff nearby. Tim and David are going to be banging on whose tractor. Maybe they mean betting on whose tractor is better. But Frankie will show them up. That's right, John. That's true. Hello, Jack from North Carolina. Hello. I'm raised in the South. I work in the South. You get hot and sweaty. That is true, Chance. You do. You do. Tim's so sweet he would melt, says Cuddly. That's true. I know. Yeah, there's a few people that are tent camping. I'm like, man, you're gonna be uncomfortable. I feel like, because I mean, I'm spraying the yard for stuff, so hopefully there won't be, you know, buggies. But I can't control the nature. Y'all are just gonna have to do the best you can and buy some bug spray. I can only do so much. So we'll see. Yeah, I never had tent camping days. I am not a tent camper. Like, even when we would go fishing in the Sierras for, 7 to 10 days every year, we got a little cabin, and it was kind of a rustic cabin, but it had electricity and it had a little gas stove that you could, cook on, and a couple lights, and I'm like, I'm running water, of course, but I need those things. That's my thing. That's my deal. Hello, Neil S. Better late than never. That's right. Just check for no grubs before you tuck in for the night. That's true. Luckily, like where that is all going to be is just like flat grass. So in basically in the front. So there's not a lot of that out there. So I'm not saying that they don't exist out here, because I know they do. I'm just saying in that front area, there's not much for them. There's no real place for them to hide. It's not like the grass is not tall, like it's all manicured out front. Be kind of not a lot of chances for snakes right there. Not ideal territory for them. Got to get busy with cutting out I Spy quilt pieces for my niece's quilt. I'm going to make her an I Spy quilt for whatever she wants to use it for. It's going to be her first quilt from me. Oh, that's sweet, Brenda. I've never heard of an I Spy quilt before, but that's cute. It sounds cute. I'm with you, Sid. I don't like tent camping anymore. Yeah, like I'm good. Like I'll go out, I'll get dirty all day, I'll go fishing, I'll go do whatever. I want to be able to come back and take a shower and dry my hair, and I mean the cabins didn't have air conditioning or heaters or anything like that, but so it wasn't like super. They were pretty rustic in that sense. They had a couple light switches and a refrigerator, and you could like plug in a blow dryer, and that was about it. I assume there's a gas station fairly close. Yes, the closest gas station is about 13 minutes away. It's right next to the Walmart. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. They will, but it's not super cold in Mississippi at night right now. So there it's when it's still 90 degrees at 10 o'clock at night, it's not. I'm telling you. That's right. Doesn't matter. They also like the shade. That's true. Yeah. LZ USA, did the guy come install your outside water hookups? Well, we weren't getting outside water hookups. What we were doing was running the water line to the animal pens. But no, because we had to put a hold on that, because the week that we could do it right after the gravel happened, we had rain and he couldn't dig the trenches because the ground was too wet. And then Mike's been busy with the electrical stuff, and we didn't want to get to the point where once he dug the trenches and they had to bury the pipes and recover them, we didn't want that to then have to be a priority right then. So he's like, we're going to wait till after Freedom Weekend to worry about running the water lines out to the animal pens and out to the pasture. So we're just, that has a pause on it until after. There's a lot of things right now that it's like, we'll get to that after Freedom Weekend. We'll do that after Freedom Weekend because we're just kind of solely focused on prepping everything for that right now, you know? So I think David needs to haul his tractor to Ridge Life, so they need to have a tractor pull-off show whose tractor is better and squash it once and for all, says James. Oh my goodness. I don't think they'll be doing that, but we'll see. I think, well, David's supposed to be taking his trailer out here empty because he's supposed to be picking up rideshare over here. So to join Lyft on the mountain, he's getting not just one, but 2 tractors from through Mississippi. So we're just giving out tractors apparently. Like, you get a tractor, you get a tractor. No. He's gonna be buying it from us. He's buying it from us at some point. Oh my goodness. Frankie will be doing swim calls to the lake, I think about every day, while we're here. So, and I don't know, I think they're not doing that until like 3 o'clock most days, I think is when that's like a good time for them to go to the lake. So I just saw or the pond, lake pond, whatever it is. I just saw the last half of that question about the pond. So. So David will have 2 Fords to 1 fake one on the ridge. Something like that. A tractor parade. That's right. Did I already tag it? Not yet. I will though. I will go out there and tag it before he comes because I did tag Uber and Lyft, but I have not tagged rideshare. So I'll get out there and I'll tag her before she leaves. So I've been meaning to I need to put one on Truvy, my truck, because now that we own her outright, I'm like, now I can put stickers on her. I need to put my 3 Mississippi and my safeties off sticker on her on the back window. So I need to do that. I need to get after it. I'm telling you. That's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of little things that need done. Basically. Just, odds and ends stuff that I just need to get after. And I think Friday I'll have a chance to get some stuff done. Saturday I'll have a chance to get some stuff done. So tomorrow is kind of a weird day. I have a therapeutic deep tissue massage tomorrow, kind of in the middle of the day, which was the only time slot they had, so I took it. Because at the time I made it, I was really hurting. Like I was still in the fetal position. But that was the soonest they could see me. And so I was like, I'll take it, and I'm still struggling, but it's much better. But I can't get into the orthopedist until almost mid-July. So I've got like a massage this week, and then I think another massage in the beginning of July, and I'm just doing my PT exercises and being careful between now and then. So oh, and we have the water slide too. I forgot about that. Somebody just said something about kids, and I was like, yeah, water slide. We do have the water slide, which is the inflatable water slide, which is rated for people up to, was it 350 pounds? I think. So there's also that. So that's the outdoor shower. Yeah, Addie's coming with David. Yeah. And David and DD5 are riding together. And I believe they didn't specify which child, but I imagine they're taking Serenity with them. Because they just said the 3 of them were only coming, so I think that's what they meant by that, was that Serenity was coming. But maybe not, I don't know, because I guess their truck is still down, so they're gonna ride with David, um, in his truck. I guess there's a lot of vehicle issues that everybody's having, um, which is unfortunate. Um, so, like, almost everybody has one thing wrong. They're trying to get it all worked out so that they can. I'll be sad if everybody's like, "Vehicles crashed," like, crashed, but, like, aren't working right, so. Oh, the boys are in Florida, that's right. Okay. I didn't get that memo, but I figured they must be somewhere, so. Oh, 85 is too cold for a hot tub. Yeah, when we had our hot tub at the old house, I do miss my old hot tub. Um, I think I liked it set at about, I wanna say it was 90. What was the perfect temperature? I wanna say it was 92 was, like, the sweet spot, or 91. Anything colder than that or lower than that, and it feels cold even if it's hot out. So, but I like to just, like, sit in the hot tub and sweat. One of these days, we're gonna get one. We will again, because I love sitting in the hot tub. Like, I did that a lot. Like, for a while, Mike was working really late nights, and after I got the kid down for the evening and fed dinner and all of that, I would go and sit in the hot tub and have a glass of wine and watch a TV show on my iPad or on my phone, and, you know, Tim's texting me, "This could be dangerous." There's Tim's got his rubber ducky. He said I could show this on the live, so I'm not just he said specifically that I could show it. Why is it not focusing? It's like, is it my phone or is it's the camera? There it goes. That's a little better. I don't know why it looks so blurry. Maybe it's my eyes. He's enjoying his time with his rubber ducky. That's what happens when Jen's not there. He's got his little drink holder on the side. Dang, I gotta get me one of them. I gotta get me one of them. Oh yeah, so I don't know about that. I'm bringing Wednesday to meet the dog. So here's the deal. And I'm actually I had mentioned it to a couple people that I've talked to, but because some people like to bring their dogs with them when they travel and whatever, and that's cool. But we have a lot of issues with stray dogs in this area, or we have until very recently. And I think part of that is due to the fact that I have 2 livestock guardian dogs out there that bark if a flea farts in the breeze. So I don't really, I mean, they're good with our dogs, but like our neighbor's dog came up and Kusi about tore the fence apart trying to get to him. So they're they're not aggressive dogs in the sense that like they're safe. And once they realize, like if somebody approaches, once they realize like, oh, mom is bringing them over, like it's okay, they're fine. But they're not. They're supposed to protect us from stray dogs and from dogs they don't know and coyotes and whatever. So I don't want them to get super used to a bunch of different dogs and think that this is normal to have dogs all over, because then they'll just get lazy and they'll think it's fine. So if people want to bring their dogs, I'm just asking that they keep them up front basically and not anywhere near the livestock pens where they can be seen like by them. Because I also think he just will not stop barking and then nobody will be able to sleep because he'll just keep barking. So, am I having buffering issues? Oh, I don't know. Tim's gonna be driving a Jeep and drinking Bud Light. Ah, that's funny. Oh, what time is it? Oh, okay, I'm still good. I just like panicked. I was like, what time is it? So yeah, so I don't know. Oh, everybody had Jeeps before, a Jeep Cherokee. Oh, I think Mike had a Jeep back in the day. I tried I helped try to do an introduction between some dogs today and it didn't go well. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Oh, you were. Okay, not me. Oh, it was, but it stopped. Okay. It happens. It happens. It's all good now? Okay. Glad to hear it. I never know. It might have been me that was buffering. Like, personally, I may have been buffering. So I don't know. Maybe you guys couldn't even hear everything I said. I have no idea. You need the hookup for those nails when you get there. I actually go to Starkville, and the gal that I go to, she used to ride in the rodeo. She's got horses. She's like big equestrian. And she's from New Jersey. She lived in Florida for a while and then moved here I think about 2 years ago now, maybe 3 years ago. And yeah, she does my nails. And her whole thing is nails are not jewels, they're tools. So she makes them nice and tough so that they don't break. And she wears hers about that long and does my nails with her nails that long all the time. And tacks up her horses and does all her stuff. And she's like, nails are tools, not jewels. And I'm like, that's right. That's right. Your dog is making friends with a buffalo? That's cool. Have you heard of Little Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in Sturgis, Mississippi near Starkville? No. I mean, I've heard of Sturgis, but not Little Sturgis near Starkville. I can't believe they have that. I mean, I bet it's a very different type of Sturgis because I can't imagine the traditional type of Sturgis, from what I've heard about it, taking place in the Bible Belt seems like it may not go well. In August. Oh, Lord, it'd be hot. So do I. You had me at New Jersey. I work hard. I need those tough nails. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Natasha. That's right. I'm telling you. Yes, Auntie Anne is going to Freedom Weekend. She will be there with bells on. That's right. That's right. Yep. Yeah, she does good acrylic nails, which it's funny because in California, acrylic nails are super popular, and so everybody had acrylic, and a lot of people do like French tips and whatever. And I was hard time finding anybody around that could do it. And so she was like, "Yeah, I can do that." I'm like, "Cool." You're like one of the first ones. Maybe I can get David to ride down with you. Oh, maybe. Now that he's got his bike and he's grown out his beard, I mean, he's ready. He just needs an old lady on the back of his bike now. I'm telling you. No, they mean ride. They have motorcycles now. Both Tim and David have motorcycles now. So, but they take, he has that drive test that he had to take for his motorcycle. I know y'all are giving him a hard time about that, but he passed his driving test on his motorcycle. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Well, guys, it's about that time. It's about that time to pass the torch to Simple Life Reclaimed. That's true. David drives his motorcycle. He puts it on cruise control, puts on one of those little eye patches, and puts his feet up, and just it's like flying first class. So, yeah. Well, guys, make sure you go over to Simple Life Reclaim, show them some love. Oh, before I forget, we will not be going live next Wednesday for a plethora of reasons. We actually have a thing at church, but we're going to be going live probably on Saturday. I'm thinking we're going to do Saturday at 7 o'clock during Freedom Weekend because that'll be after dinner, but before the fireworks. So I think we're going to do our live next Saturday instead of Wednesday. So we won't be here on Wednesday for family night because of life, but we will be there live from Freedom Weekend. And yeah, lots going on between now and then. Keep a good thought for me. Pray that Mike gets the electrical finished and that Trace Electric gives it their blessing. So there we go. Appreciate you guys. I love you. We'll see you next time. Stay blessed. Safety doll.